Ever wondered how some people lose their life savings in the stock market? It's not always bad luck or poor timing. Sometimes it's because they've fallen victim to fraud. Today we're diving into the dark world of stock market frauds and how you can protect yourself. I'll be sharing the most common scams, red flags to watch out for, and practical tips to keep your investments safe. Stick around to the end because I'm going to share some real-life stories of people who lost everything and how you can avoid the same fate. Let's face it, the stock market can be a scary place, especially if you're new to investing. And unfortunately, there are people out there who take advantage of that fear. One of the most common scams is the pump and dump. This is where scammers artificially inflate the price of a stock, often a penny stock, through misleading information and aggressive promotion. They blast out emails, make noise on social media, all to create a false sense of hype. Then, once they've pumped the price up, they sell all their shares, leaving unsuspecting investors holding the bag as the price crashes back down to earth. Another common scam is the pyramid scheme. You've probably heard of these before, but they often disguise themselves as legitimate investment opportunities. In a pyramid scheme, early investors are promised high returns, not from actual profits, but from the money brought in by new recruits. The problem is, these schemes are unsustainable and inevitably collapse, leaving most participants with significant losses. These are just a couple of examples, and scammers are constantly coming up with new and creative ways to separate you from your money. So how can you protect yourself? The first step is knowing how to spot the red flags. One of the biggest red flags is the promise of guaranteed high returns with little to no risk. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Legitimate investments always carry some level of risk. Another red flag is high-pressure sales tactics. If someone is pressuring you to invest immediately, without giving you time to do your research, that's a huge warning sign. They might say things like, "This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity," or "Only a few spots left, don't fall for it." Be wary of unsolicited investment advice, especially if it comes from someone you don't know or trust. If you receive a random email or phone call promising you incredible returns, it's best to just ignore it. Also, be cautious of investments that are overly complex or difficult to understand. Scammers often use complexity as a way to confuse and mislead investors. If you don't fully understand an investment, don't put your money into it. Chapter 3. Now, I know what you're thinking, this will never happen to me. But the truth is, anyone can fall victim to stock market fraud, even experienced investors. Take the case of Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. He ran a classic pump and dump scheme, manipulating the prices of penny stocks and defrauding investors out of millions. Or consider Bernie Madoff, who orchestrated the largest Ponzi scheme in history, stealing billions from investors over several decades. These are just two high-profile examples, but stock market fraud happens every day, on a smaller scale, to ordinary people. I remember reading about a retired teacher who lost her entire life savings to a fraudulent investment scheme. She was promised guaranteed returns and fell for the scammer's charm and promises of financial security. By the time she realized it was a scam, it was too late. These stories are heartbreaking, and they highlight the devastating consequences of stock market fraud. It's not just about losing money, it's about losing trust, security, and even your dreams for the future. Chapter 4. So, how can you avoid becoming another statistic? Knowledge is power. Before investing in anything, do your research. And I don't just mean a quick Google search. Dig deep, look into the company, its management team, its financials, and its track record. A good place to start is the Securities and Exchange Commission's website. They have a database called EDGAR where you can find company filings, prospectuses, and other valuable information. Don't just rely on one source of information. Read independent reviews, check financial news websites, and see what other investors are saying on reputable forums. But remember, not everything you read online is true. Be critical of the information you come across and look for unbiased sources. Check if the person or website recommending an investment is licensed and registered with the appropriate regulatory bodies. If you're dealing with a financial advisor, verify their credentials. Make sure they are licensed and in good standing with the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Chapter 5. If you believe you've encountered a fraudulent investment scheme, don't panic. First, stop all interaction with the suspected scammer. Don't send them any more money, And don't believe any promises they make to get you to stay invested. Next, gather as much evidence as you can. This includes emails, letters, investment statements, and any other documentation related to the investment. Report the fraud to the appropriate authorities. Contact your state securities regulator, the SEC, and the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. You can also file a complaint with FINRA. Reporting the fraud is crucial, not only to try to recover your own losses, but also to help prevent others from becoming victims. Remember, if something feels off, trust your gut. It's better to be safe than sorry. Don't let greed or the fear of missing out cloud your judgment. The stock market can be a fantastic tool for building wealth, but it's essential to be aware of the risks involved, especially the risk of fraud. Remember, knowledge is your best defense against fraud. By being informed, vigilant, and proactive, you can significantly reduce your risk and protect your hard-earned money. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more financial tips. Stay informed, stay safe, and happy investing.